Good morning, fellow Gambians. Good morning to everybody who will be listening to our audios later in the day, because we're just getting ready for work, and decided that we hardly find time to communicate to each other, just the writing. But sometimes it's important that we make our voices heard, and then we make it as ordinary as possible. Right now, Solo Sandeng's body was exhumed yesterday, and this is an historic occasion, and it is an occasion that that took some of us down yesterday, and it sort of brought us close to tears, for the simple fact that a lot of people who are talking about Solo Sandeng, who are praising him, but they don't know him. As a Mandinka man, we have this saying to say that Balafabe Longleto. Empathy, a certain level of empathy, is in the knowing of somebody. Like if you are familiar, if you know somebody, there you have the highest level of empathy. But if you don't know somebody, whatever that person does, you can appreciate it, but the levels of empathy will not be as high. This is why we say Balafa belong leto. I'm not going to spend much time. All I can say is Solo Sandeng was one among the many patriots of the Gambia. However, the reason why for me I'm always sounding and screaming for the grassroots of Gambian politics, because most of these people did not go through the formal education that some of us went through. Solo Sandeng never went through formal education. He can write, he can read, like better than many people that went through formal education. And Solo Sandeng was not looking to become anything like a minister or permanent secretary or anything after the government was changed. So this is why their sacrifice is unique. It's unique in the sense that during the story will be told in full, but during the morning that I personally heard that Solo Sandeng was out with a group of our strong UDP grassroots and some Gambians, majority UDP grassroots, I was somehow speechless, because I knew, number one, the core people that were arrested are the people who normally organize rallies all over the Gambia, wherever it is. And the UDP rally, the way it is done, before the elders will come, the senior executive, it is Solo Sandeng, Lamarong, Fakeba, Koli, Fatimata Jawara, Nokoi, and these are the core of the people who will go first to be with the local people, interact with them, then the entertainers will come, just try to liven up the matter before the serious messaging come. So I was thinking, oh my God, so if they round up all of these people who have 20 years plus experience of meeting local people, of knocking doors, of grassroots politics, if all of these people are arrested, what is going to happen? So I was thinking about the UDP is dead. What's going to happen? That was what was ringing in my mind. And I knew Usainu didn't know about this. I knew all of the senior didn't know about this. And I picked up my phone. I called Solo's line. It wasn't going. I called everybody, single person's line that I suspect could be out. None was functioning. Then I decided to call my younger brother, who normally helped UDP guys with the media. My own younger brother, same one, and that I called him. I said to him, I heard that Solo and these guys are going to Westfield. Can you please run and tell them please to go back home? Because we didn't know about this. How can this be happening? None of us know about this. What's going on? So, and then, my mom overheard, and my mom was trying to find her, and he had to lie to her. He took his car, he drove all the way to Serekunda, and he saw them. They were marching. These people marched from Bambo They didn't just go straight to Westfield. They marched from Bambo with their megaphones all the way to Westfield, all through Serakunda. So it was not like a secretive thing that they just went to Westfield and stood there. They marched from Bambo. If anybody knows Serakunda, where Bambo is, they marched from there and, find their way through the Serakunda market, and people were watching them. Because the first pictures that you could see of the protest were taken by my younger brother, and then I had to send them to a couple of people in diaspora. I personally couldn't even put them on Facebook because I was just speechless, because I was thinking, what's going to be happening? These are our core grassroots, because these people, most of whom don't go to school, they're not interested in any position. This is why Solo Sandeng steps are unique. There are many heroes in the Gambian struggle. Most of them have been to school. Maybe they could expect some position. They could expect something, good. They could expect something rewarding. But some of these people, even now, most of the grassroots, are just going about their business, So Solo Sandeng, when I was able to get him on the phone, I told him, Solo, I'll say Shokono. This is not safe. Why didn't we know? And one of the last words he told me, then there was a bit of noise, and then the microphone could hear being passed from one speaker to the other. He said to me, for us, it feels like the weight of the nation is on me. He said to me, there is nothing else I'm thinking about. Don't even ask me to say, I'll say Sokono. Don't let he was arrested, he said to me, no, the way we are feeling now. This is why sometimes the learned brothers will say, when death is coming, some people can feel it. I felt at that point that this man is feeling something different from anything that anybody else was feeling. He said to me, Akamintako Gambia Bela Dunoben Kunkam. This is how he said in broad, which means it feels like the whole load of this nation is on me now. I cannot back down. I cannot go back. Yes, family, those who discovered have been running here, telling us to go. I said, we cannot go. This has to end. We have to make our point, and we are doing it democratically. We are doing it peacefully, and we're not going to back down. So a lot of people were scrambling to call all the elders to prevail, and then they were arrested. But the killing of Solo Sandeng, I think was the biggest mistake. Yahya Jammeh has done many mistakes, but that was his biggest mistake, because this is somebody who has faced him in many different rallies. Solo Sandeng, they'll be arrested, taken to the NIA, and he will try to teach politics to the NIAs in the NIA offices themselves. Because I've witnessed some of that. When they arrest him, his wife will go there, find him arguing with the NIA, trying to make them join the opposition. So that is somebody who has that good intention for everybody. And he was somebody that sometimes he will go the whole day helping people, even APRC, to find schools for their kids. He was just a community man who was not burdened by his political color. That is why personally I respect him the most. He was very helpful, especially to women. Because I remember one day my mom had a back pain, and they say, oh, they go unconventional. I asked Solo spent the whole day taking my mom from one conventional. Before I realized, I asked my mom what's going on. He said, oh, I've been with Solo, been in Suba. And I asked him why. He said to me, well, are we trying to find unconventional? I said, no, you could have gone to one of the clinics. He said, no. So this is how humane he was. And he was never looking for any money or anything for what he was doing. So he was a genuine patriot. There are many, many among them. But his killing marked the end for Yahya Jammeh's brutality. Because at this point, the way everybody holds Solo, especially within our UDP family, was beyond sitting down and just watch. Because this is somebody who will go to Brufut, try to be like one of them, organize meetings there. I remember his interaction with the likes of Baba Galle Jallo, our youth leader in Brufut. When the canteens were rubbish in the Brufut beach side without any permission by the APRC government, Solo was there. I remember when the cartoon youths were arrested, a lot of people were confused. I asked Solo, he said to me, I'm actually right here. So he was at the center, not just about UDP politics, but he was at the center of all of these activities, which, involve ordinary people, the lives of ordinary people. And that was what he died for. He didn't die to wave the UDP colors. He didn't die to make Hussein the president or anything. He died because he felt that people should not just be watching Yahya Jammeh and just criticizing him on radios or writing on Facebook. Whilst in the Gambia there, when we condemn it at the rallies, but let's try something new. Let's test this. And all the heroes, and my thoughts are with Lam Marong, one of Solo Sandeng's right-hand man, who is not feeling well. He's in Senegal for treatment. We ask for your prayers for him as well. Lam Marong is also another guy who have never been to school and who also sacrificed. He was jailed alongside Solo, arrested with Solo in Westfield, beaten, detained and jailed. He's undergoing treatment in Senegal. After his release from prison, he fell ill. So we are monitoring him as well. And all the heroes, past, present, those who were not even part of the April 14th, 15th, May 9th, all of them, all the others before them. As Gambians, I think we need to value the contributions of others. Sometimes it's too difficult for us to value and appreciate that. It does not diminish anything from us to value what these people have done, the steps they have taken, and the ultimate sacrifice. Because Solo have 9 kids. 9 kids and a wife. Some of these, his kids are very intelligent, especially his daughters, very, very intelligent. And they are with the mom. We should not forget about them. Whatever assistance anybody can do, look, you're more than welcome to give it to them. Because at the end of the day, the dad gave it all, to the country, everything. He was not a rich man. He was not anything like that, but he gave it all for us. And we appreciate that. So yesterday, that to say that his body was exhumed, meaning it was taken off to be investigated. These are things we don't hear of in the Gambia, so a lot of people will be a bit surprised that such is happening. But we want to establish the cause of death of anybody. And the new regime, let's give them a chance. Let's criticize them constructively, but let's give them a chance. It's a new system. It will take a bit of time for them to adapt. But I personally know that they will do their level best. So we salute you, Solo Sandeng, from the bottom of our hearts. May the angels, take good care of you in the paradise and eternal bliss. Badingul mbal kontona mbal somala dol bijay wula rolom suto komi drong ko na badima na kafnyo kende na teri kende Ibrahima Solo Sandeng kunung yatelela fure bondi kaburo kono ka naka jube wobuka ki Gambia bari tubabu do aka kele nimmo fata ni a fure ni imalo afata nyamen abadete kanai ka fure bondi le na ya ataste masingul la nim fenjama kalo ya fa nyame bere mbe memmoy kam mel ya fa jama bije ibe diamu kanne komi muneketa because yalla ntanga nyim fon ko APRC la nyi nyaton ko be mu boalet jama bije kam private meeting mo yakande ka fo boak ka to boa mam bala fa tiyo soto na le APRC ko korosi me ala APRC ko fata jati la mam bala fa soto andum bala fa hadama diyato wolom amanjere ni moy ke bakilin fakilin wayna nyolon wayna ke sikilin wayna ke couleur kilin bala fa mu hadama diyalti ko sitika mem mira membe ke kan nyinna na ketantela ati dialani because momu moleti drong woto Solo Sandeng birinyile ya muta janiba mutala somanda birin afindita ntenga kata ngandoma nya kol nyaaw nyaal telefonol bukata ngandoma kumandi bayro wol yalon ne I bortano ma yata silol kan ibe bokam bambo kata sere kunda ma famala o ka fa nyaaw nya no I shouldn't want to talk to you shouldn't lafte diamule bara wotumo microphone o babul fo Westfield ñil tamata ka bo bambo amanke ko nunte nara Westfield lota jede birim bambo e tamata e singole la ka tambi sere kunda marsewla molbe jubela wotumo mewe mo jama bamira ñil nyaabe mata bayre gambenol melka active politique ko ne camera itama haaju soto itama hamme soto ite you have too much time in your hand. No, national patriotism fana mu give goal la giftlet na adi men na itela mire ani obuka clint so solo nyul tamato nyala for Westfield entanga opportunity to do my telephone diala na diamata just for 2 minutes ngani ninka ngai ko alti sey la bam solo ngai atil ka UDP la ko a ralil be organize atil la mu advanced team comme ni janni useni nyol frete le folo kata ka jube mune be je mune sikeno mune be hapun kambe mol mobilize na nyaadi la ade la maron fa ke ba koli Fatmata Jawara nyol no koy nyol Fatmata Camara nyol Joshua nyille ka obe sonko ni atel be mota saying that means how are we going to create another grassroots ntel bo keno la nyaadi le solo akonya ko suntu mbejal ndame akaminte ko yegambe duno bel ci ka yala kunkan akonya hanni ale trakito le nati to drag ka boja ndete tanola mbelola janne. Then I knew that's it. I prayed for him at that point. Alama alayal tanka. We are with you guys. Another Gambia, Ibentel Fananal arrest la nyola jele. We are with you guys in spirit. Then I told him, pass in Gondo my telephone di Fatmata Jawara. I telephoned di Fatmata Jawara. I told Fatmata Jawara, now I know that in the solo unyol bondinora, but it any musol mel biji. Please grab those women and go back. Don't let them arrest you. These people are evil. Farmer Jawar, okay, we will mba jubela. He gave it phone back. At that point, these people were not in any mood to negotiate with anybody who wants them to back down for their rights. So this is why, really, that April 14, we need to do everything for it not to die in our consciousness. And although as Gambians, we easily move on. We easily forget in Kanyina Junale. Next. No. Honey, even Europeans, there are days in their lives, in their countries, they never forget. Honey, Tuba Bol, Ulumul Kataribule ko maple every day, every year ka commemorate, ka celebrate, ka jura. Tengamani April 14 men kana for political kebal nyili sonde mansong. The ordinary Gambian youth soul, we need to do our best. To sort of make sure that ngake date me along ka foko abe celebrate la. Badingulu, it's time for work, and I wish Solo Sandeng and all those people, their families, all the best in this life. And then our thoughts are with them. We always regularly speak to the wife, Nyima Sonko, a brilliant mother. You never hear Nyima Sonko complaining of anything. Never. From when she went to Dakar to when she came back, to Gambia, she's always in high spirit because she knows Solo was always in high spirit. So thank you very much. We wish you all the best. Allah barakal bari ma suntu. Rest in peace, Solo, and all the rest. Wassalam.